Okay, please come in and be seated. I'd like to welcome everyone. I'm John Curran, President and CEO of ARIN, the American Registry for Internet Numbers. I'd like to welcome you to Miami for ARIN 41, our public policy and member meeting. Welcome. We have a full agenda for today, so I'd like to get started. We have a number of folks. First, the meeting is under the auspices of the ARIN Board of Trustees. They are all in attendance here at this meeting, and so they are in the room as well. Dan Alexander, raise your hand. Dan's back there. Paul Anderson, our chair. Nancy Carter, our treasurer. I'm the president and CEO. Patrick Gilmore, board member. Aaron Hughes, board member. And Bill Sandiford, who's our vice chair. We also have our advisory council here, and just to save time, I'm not going to read all the names, but I ask the advisory council members, please stand. Come on, stand up. There's only 4 of you? There's more than 5, 6, there's a few. Stand up. You're an advisory council member. Come on. Thank you. Okay, the advisory council is the one, thank you. Okay, round of applause for the AC. They're the ones that do the hard work. The ARIN Advisory Council is responsible for the facilitation of the ARIN public policy process. So our policy development process is actually administered by the AC. They're the ones who work on the draft proposals that come in from the community. They're the ones who refine them, who try to work out any rough edges, and then bring them forth here for discussion. They are elected just like the board. We have our elections every year for the Board of Trustees and the ARIN Advisory Council. For the NRO Number Council, ARIN Region, the NRO Number Council is the body that works on global policy development, 15-member body with 3 from each of the regional internet registries. And so the 3 from the ARIN region are Kevin Bloomberg. Kevin, where are you? Kevin. Louis Lee? Not here. Okay. Is his hat here? No. And Jason Schiller, who's a remote participant. The 15-member NRO Number Council is also referred as the Address Supporting Organization Address Council. And the reason it's referred to that is when we're working within the ICANN community, the number community is referred to as the Address Supporting Organization. So the NRO Number Council you'll hear also referred to as the ASOAC in that context. So we have a number of attendees from from other RIRs. My RIR colleagues, raise your hand. Yes, yes, Afrinick, AP Nick, Paul Wilson I know is here. Lacknick, our friends from Lacknick. Yes, and Ripe. Yes, Axel and company. Very good. We have the full ARIN management team. I won't go through all the names. I'll just tell you. This is the ARIN management team. One important development, Richard Jimerson. Richard, where are you? For those who don't know it, Nate Davis is ARIN's Chief Operating Officer. And Nate has been working with ARIN now, well, forever. He's basically been the backbone. He's the one who does all the work, and I'm the one who gets all the credit. Later on this year, at the end of this year, ARIN's going to retire to sit on a beach and play golf and all those other things. And we're going to need a new Chief Operating Officer. We started that process early, and Richard Jimerson is our Chief Operating Officer-elect. Richard, stand up. We're not sure if we call him COO-elect or COO Prime. Evil Nate has come up as another name for him. But Richard will be taking on that responsibility, so you'll see him ghosting Nate and following in parallel. I'd like to welcome the ARIN 41 fellowship recipients. ARIN has a fellowship program which enables people who might need support in order to attend the meeting in person. And we have fellows that we bring from each of the sectors of the ARIN region. So from Canada, can I have our Canada fellows and mentors stand up? Each fellow, come on, Canada, there's the mentors. Where's my fellows? There we are. Okay. Each fellow is tiered with a mentor who helps them get familiar with the meeting and how we do our processes. Can I have our Caribbean fellows stand up and their mentors? There we go. And these are people who are coming to ARIN to learn and to get familiar. The mentors help with that. And then in the US and outlying areas, our fellows, please stand. Thank you. And these are people learning about the ARIN processes through the fellowship program. Newcomer orientation. So for people who are relatively new to ARIN, we run a newcomer orientation, usually the day before. That happened yesterday, where they get to meet the ARIN team and learn about how we do things. And we also do a drawing for the people who attend the newcomer orientation. And so if I reach down here, there will be a bowl. I need to draw from the people who fill out the survey. I'll ask a random participant, Owen, if he could come up and draw one. Observers to repeat ARIN meetings will know my RAND function is broken, yes. Okay, for the newcomer orientation survey, thank you for filling these out. They help us tune the survey. The recipient who will receive a $100 ThinkGeek gift certificate, which we'll mail out to them, is Blaze Arbuit. I think I got that right. Thank you, Blaze. We'll email you a certificate, okay? Thank you for filling out these, and they're invaluable to our process. Okay, I'd like to welcome the remote participants. You don't need to come to ARIN. We do welcome you and it helps, but you can also participate remotely if you can't make it. We have a webcast. Which is available. We also have an alternate YouTube webcast, so 2 different streams out there. We have a live transcript. So this is for people who want to be able to follow. You might be in a place where you can't listen live to the audio, but you can see the script. Sometimes it helps to go back and see what someone said. So we have a live transcript. This means it's important for everyone to speak slowly and clearly at the microphone. There is some wonderful person back there trying to do live transcription. And so in their name, speak slowly and clearly when you're at the mic. All the meeting materials that we have are available online. So they're in the discussion guide that you have. Everyone should have a discussion guide like this, or its electronic equivalent. And it has all of the proposals being considered, copy of the policy process and the current policies. We have a virtual microphone and consensus polling for remote participants. Even though you're not here, you can participate in the discussion. Raise your hand to ask a question. It'll be read out by the remote moderator. You can actually, when we do a poll, in order to get a gauge of support, you can participate in that as well. You must be registered in order to participate in the virtual microphone and the consensus polling. Why? This is our public process. We literally will change our policies based on what happens in this meeting. People are entitled to an accurate record of what was said by whom that went into our policy development process. So you must be registered in order to be a remote participant who participates in the microphone and the polling. If you just want to watch the media stream, you can watch the media stream. But if you actually want to participate, people are entitled to know, because we need an accurate record of how our policies were developed. Okay, attendance. So we have attendees from Canada, 10, United States, 84, 38 remote participants, 8 from the Caribbean, and 16 from outside the region. Emergency procedures. Please note the emergency exits, mostly behind you. In the event of an evacuation, the front of the hotel is where we all gather. Hopefully we don't need this, but always good to know. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Google and Google. WebPass from Google Fiber, and webcast sponsor Google as well. Very good. Okay, we have a meeting app. You can go download the meeting app from the iPhone App Store or the Google Play Store and open it up, and it will give you schedule, information about the events, very useful to have. Rules and reminders. When we're speaking at the microphone, again, this is our public policy meeting. This is governed by Our policy development process. The Board of Trustees Chair will moderate discussions of the draft policies so that everyone can speak and everyone can be heard. We're not trying to have a free-for-all here. One person speaks at a time. The Board of Trustees Chair recognizes you and you speak. When you're recognized, state your name and affiliation at the microphone each time. A lot of us know each other, but please state it so it's in the record. Please comply with the rules and courtesies in the discussion guide. There's a set of rules. We have a standard of behavior that governs people here. We're all professionals. We're all here to get a job done. Please treat each other with mutual respect. If there's a challenge with this, then we have processes for dealing with it. Never really had a big problem, but they are there. If anyone should have an issue, please contact myself or look at the guide for more information. Okay, wow. I found the blank key. That's very cool. Okay, today's agenda. So we're going to have the regional policy development update, where Sean goes and summarizes what's happening in the other regions for policy. The Advisory Council will give a readout of all the policies, all the proposals on their docket, so that you have a full report. You might have submitted a proposal, want to know where it is, it's not yet up for discussion. That will be on the on-docket proposals report. We'll do a policy implementation and experience report where the ARIN staff selects a few policies and talks about issues or concerns or just how well they're running, which helps feed the process for developing new number resource policy. We'll have discussion of two policies on the docket, draft policy ARIN 2018-1 for allowing interregional ASN transfers, and draft policy ARIN 2018-8 to amend the community networks definition. We're going to have a data privacy update session, and then we'll talk about orphaned points of contact and organizational identifier deletion. So that's the agenda. Pretty full day. Pretty full morning. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I got to talk fast. Okay, so we're going to have in the afternoon NRO activities report, the ASO future structure consultation. We'll have two more draft policies being considered, 2017-9, clarifying the initial block size for ISP transfers, and the other one, clarifying ISP initial allocation and permit renumbering. These are actually related. It's harmonizing A against B or harmonizing B against A, depending on which one you want to do. We'll have a discussion of the ARIN fee schedule update that's being proposed. We'll have the IETF report, giving a summary of the last two IETFs. And we'll have a discussion of the ASO review consultation. So, there's a metronome room down the hall, and it's available for people who want to gather and discuss policy ideas. If you have an idea for a new policy or you have a question, it's a little breakout room you can use for policy discussions. Tonight's social is at a place called Ball and Chain, just interesting. And it will be 7 to 11. Your badge will get you in. And there's shuttles running from the front of the building on 6:45, 7, and 7:15. Gonna have dominoes, cigar rolling, salsa band, Cuban style. A lot of fun. So at the head table, our chair, Paul Anderson, Tina, who's the chair of the AC, Leif Sawyer, Bill Sandiford, who's our vice chair, and Alicia Trotman, who is also on the AC. Thank you. Sorry.